New York. New York, what's up, New York? Listen, we in New York, right? This is hip hop. This is hip hop.
Welcome to Crash the Industry, where we dive into the lives and stories of businessmen and women shaping the future. Today, I'm joined by my co-host, Dus Smittle. He's a management marketing genius at EMIS. He's also a podcast host for SWK, which means The Streets Want to Know. And he also represents Team Mellow and is a dope writer and artist who just dropped something last week and he ain't tell me about it.
I sure did.
So this episode, we're joined by a Bronx native, TDI Muzik, also known as Truly Defined in Music, a dual-threat artist and an actor whose journey spans decades. From battle rap arenas to collaborating with the industry's finest like Goods the Animal, Chilla Jones, and legendary producers, TDI is ready to take us through his latest project, the Obsession EP. Stay tuned as we dive into his story and his rise in the game. What's going on, my brother?
I'm chilling, man. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you,
So
homie.
somebody hit me with a question to ask you before I get started with my questions.
Uh-oh.
It was you gauging somebody else on a single years ago. What was the name of that single?
Serious Business? Something like that.
Yes, it was.
Paper, Serious Business.
It was Serious Business. How many years ago did y'all do that?
You say about 2024, about 20 maybe more. Maybe like 03 we
That's
did
a
that.
little, that's a piece.
That's
So that means you've been on your grind that
I've been
long.
outside, bro.
Right, you've been outside. You've been outside.
For a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good, right? Because then you start to make your rounds, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you set the groundwork then and then look at now, right?
It's, it's tough because the industry changes. So if you don't stand the test of time, you kind of stay behind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have fun doing this.
Yeah, especially when it's artists that, me and Shah talk about this all the time. We see artists that they was doing it on their own. So at that point, you independent, right?
Yeah.
But then it's funny because everybody fought to get into a major when now the game is independent.
Everybody's now trying to do it independently.
It's not completely independent.
No, not completely, but it made the transition, right? Everything is more self-orientated.
Yeah.
So through your hip hop journey, what initially drew you into the battle rap and how has it shaped your music career?
That's how I started doing music. I didn't know how to write a song. I didn't know what song structure was. Everything was battle rap because when I first started rapping, that's how I got my name up around the hood. Like, yo, my cousin is better than what? You know, we used to
Bring him.
Yeah, I used to go.
This is every episode we talk about this.
Yeah, man, if you came up in the late 90s, early 2000s, you knew that you had to be outside. You ain't know who you was gonna battle. There was no warnings.
Right.
You was just pulling up with the million rhymes you got in your mental Rolodex and you was firing.
Because you're going to bring that book outside.
I'm telling you, it was the toughest guys was outside back then. Shells was outside back then.
Shout out to Shell, that's my dog.
Yeah, that's my bro right there. And I remember Times Square, 42nd Street was the epicenter.
Facts. Was you at that event they threw in front of MTV where they had everybody lined up for the singer was supposed to have hosted it, but then they started throwing batteries at him?
Nah, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was the first time.
Who was the singer?
That was the first time I think I met Nino Man and Shells. That was the first time I met Shells and Nino Man.
Shells burning,
'Cause
man.
We was online, and Shells and Nino Man was battling their way up the line, and I was like, y'all could come battle me for my spot. I was like super hype, and damn, I forgot the singer's name. He pulled up in like a Bentley, and was it Amarion? I think it was Amarion. He was hosting an event at MTV, and they started throwing shit at him. Like, you
That's
cool? I'm like,
crazy.
yo, he's hosting the event.
Amarion,
Event canceled.
Yeah?
So
Of
you got 2,000 people on the line.
Waiting to get
Riot
in.
breaks out right there in front of 1515.
15.
But you know, that
Broadway,
type
yeah.
of stuff back then, it was gladiator school for us dealing with the
Facts.
music business because remember, we didn't have social media.
Nah.
And I tell some of the young
was
homies, like,
better
I
that
like
way.
it's to a certain degree I do because then I feel like in our era, it was more raw the battles, but they would have reached a wider audience if we had social media. Imagine if we had Instagram when we was outside really.
Now we couldn't though because of the lifestyles we was living at that time.
Okay.
Very true. And I just think that
He said very true.
if we had Instagram back then,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been the same thing as today, just back then. That's all. It's all it is. It's just
Okay.
timing.
Okay, I think so. I
Because
see what you're
there's
saying.
people right now that the industry today has a Shell's burner somewhere out there.
Right.
They have their own, like, remember, you got the young guys behind us. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what it was back then when you had to be outside.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you really
Because
had
they
to go
doing
on
it
them
from the crib
spots.
now.
everything is,
You had to
put it
go
in
on
your
those
own
spots,
home.
and then even when the collaborations, like you said, he did the song with Gage many, many years ago. Y'all were together when y'all
In the
made that
studio,
record.
yeah.
It
It was
wasn't
no
You
sending
want to hear
no.
something funny? Gage is my little cousin.
Oh, that's what's up.
And I didn't do a song with him until 2 years ago.
Gage
I'm
is a dude.
talking about our entire life and
Word?
careers.
I never knew that.
I never did a song with
That's
him
crazy.
until,
Shout
I
out to
think, I think my
Gage,
first,
man.
actually 2021, I did my first song with Gage. I'm talking about from when we was little. Every time we go to the studio, somebody was locked up. This and we never made it until.
Timing is everything. I got a couple of dudes like that I never. Maury Hayes, my little bro. I never got to do a song with him.
Oh, he's dope.
Yeah,
I got a
Maury's
track he
making
might
his
be
run.
jumping on, so we might be able to put you on that.
Yeah,
one.
me and Maury, we got a million pictures together, no song.
All right, so as an MC and actor, how do you balance the two? Does one influence the other creatively?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's a form of acting is a form of performing. Understand what I'm saying? So, if I could, every day I draw up a character in my head, and I create him in my head, and I'll be like, damn, I wish I could act this guy out. I will have him out here looking ruthless. You know what I'm saying? But then it doesn't, because music is one thing, and acting is two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? So
A lot of artists are acting.
because they have that segue to get in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
No,
have
I'm
that.
talking about they acting the lyrics.
Yeah. Some of them are not, though. Some of them are really living that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But those
it's
are the
a
ones
balance,
we feel
right?
bad for, though,
Yeah,
because you know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening, especially the young ones who don't. I feel bad for this generation for the simple fact is the younger kids who can rap but don't know how to articulate themselves are sending themselves to jail. Because they're telling what happened yesterday, and they're not saying it in a way like
real
Nas.
time.
Like Nas, I'm from
Told
the
a
window.
story,
He told a
yeah.
story. I'm seeing it out
Yeah,
the
from-
window.
yeah.
Right.
He wasn't saying he was participating.
Don't incriminate yourself, man. You ain't got to listen. Let the music live. Don't live the music.
The
You know what I'm
only
saying?
thing
I
I
tell,
don't.
tell my young boys that all the time. You don't got to go out there and live what you rap about. You don't
Right.
have to.
The-
You
and the
don't.
only
Or you
thing
don't
I
have to rap about what you live.
Not just that. The only thing I don't like too is
In a
when
manner.
they get that mindset where that's all people want to hear.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? People want to hear. Remember, like you said, Nas. Nas gave us. He also gave us. I know I can be what I be what I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
be. And then he also gave us, one mic. He wasn't just that. Everything you hear
Nah,
now
it
is
was
just
a
that.
Prime
It's like-
definition of an artist. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
exactly.
yeah.
He was very diverse.
See, back in our era, for you to put out a project, you had to cover certain bases. You had to have the bars. You had to have the song for the ladies in the club.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You had to have a story.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then you had to have a group anthem. Like your whole team had to be on the track with
posse
you.
cut.
A posse cut. So that was like, if you hit all four of those, it's a home run.
Yeah.
And don't
Especially with the right production.
don't get you a story like Eminem's drop, because that year I was mad at Hov and Nas for letting M's drop the best story of the year when he did Stan. No, there was no story that good that year, and I was like,
Stan was crazy.
Stan was
he touched every
crazy.
base
Yeah, he did.
with his album. He touched every base, and I was just sitting there looking at.
Stan was
I
a
was looking. I
phenomenal
was
story.
It was.
the only person who came with a story that good that year was X.
I was about to say that.
It was
Slippin'?
X.
But
Slippin'?
see,
No, what was the one when he told? I think Dame Grease did the beat. Boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATF.
ATF. Yep.
So and he told mad stories on that.
I was about to say X was just known for that though.
Yeah,
X
he
was
was.
a-
I think he
he
was
was
just
too good.
preaching.
Yeah, he was. Like X was just known for that. To me, he was just
Pure
a little
artistry.
bit more raw version of a Pac. To me,
I have that argument a lot in the hood. I compared it to a lot.
yeah, but you can because
You can't separate. What's the
it's-
difference?
Right. X
Just
was
one
just
got a
more
bigger
raw.
catalog than the other.
That's right.
That's
That's
about
all.
it.
That's right.
All right, so you work with notable artists like Goods the Animal and Chilla Jones. What's the most memorable collaboration you've had and why?
Memorable. Every collab was special, but one of the ones that stand out the most to me, I was just telling my boy Showcase, man. He's standing over there. I was just telling him when I sat in when I went to Arson's crib, the Heat Makers. And I sat in his crib in that basement and bunch of vinyls all over the place. And he gave me a beat. He gave me a nice, he was just going through joints. I said, I want that one. I want that one.
Right.
Burnt it on a CD real quick, gave it to me, and I did a joint to it. But it was classic because of the level of producer he is. Like, you know what I'm saying, the name he holds. That's
Right. The stamp, right? That stamp.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's
heat
right.
making.
Also, that's
He's
right.
not a beat maker. He's a producer.
Producer.
right.
Right.
So when I sat there, I was in a room like, to this day, when I told my boy that just now, he was like, yo, for real? You was in a room? I said, yo, I sat in a room with that dude, bro. That's a hip-hop legend right there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to always hold that close to the heart right there. But that was the most special one to this day.
That's dope.
Especially for the game, right? I mean, I know you sat there and just to watch those type of people at work, you know what I'm saying?
When I meet guys like that, I don't ask for beats. I pick the brain because I want to know who's the guy behind the talent. So I said, yo, and I was giving him his flowers. Yo, you know what beat I like that you did? This, and that. And he started giving me a story about certain beats that he made. You know, I leave that to him to tell.
That game, yeah,
and
right,
I was
that
like,
game.
same thing when I met Chris Gotti. When I met Chris Gotti, I wasn't asking him, yo, hear my music. I was picking his brain, like, yo, how's it feel to come up in that family, the Irv Gotti, you know, I'm like, what did you see? He was telling me about battles he saw, Ja Rule versus Nas, like battles that cameras don't have. Like, you know, so I pick his brain and, you know, I like to get to know the person behind the art, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's just me, though.
I'm the same way.
That's smart. Because sometimes you build a friendship and you build a closeness with a person.
I care more about if you the guy who played for the Miami Heat, that's cool. But I want to know like what it was like. How'd you get there? I like
journey.
to.
Yeah, the
I
journey.
care
Yeah, the
more
journey.
about the journey,
The journey.
than the trophy.
And that's the free
Me.
game.
Like if you that guy, you sold 10 million records. I want to know, damn son, you from the Bronx, and let's just say you from the Bronx. Like how was the come up? Like what inspired you to go this route?
That's why I structure my questions the way I do. So hold on. Your Obsession EP is coming soon. So what are the themes or stories you're exploring on this project?
Obsession is something I had in the works for almost 10 years, and I just keep scratching it because I keep growing as an artist. So that would,
Oh, you like a detox, Dr.
yeah,
Dre.
that's probably up there with Detox, probably the same thing. Like there's 2 albums that probably would never come out.
about, right?
But anybody who hears it is gonna get an old Bronx feel. It's gonna get that New York gritty. It's gonna be that. It's not gonna be friendly, bro. Like it's not
But
gonna be.
the game need that too, though.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I'm
course,
saying?
of course. I don't like to move with what the game. I'm gonna give you what I can do.
Right.
Because if I try to jump out the window and do something I can't do, then you're gonna know this kid is reaching. I don't reach, bro.
Stay in your lane.
And
I'ma
everybody
execute.
knows, you can hear reach. Like this is not what
I just did my first reggaeton record.
I was gonna talk about that later.
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
into that. We're gonna get into that. But he did let me hear something, and the first thing he said to me before you came in the building was, look at how he's willing to challenge himself lyrically. He's not gonna say the norm of what you think you want to hear. So
Nah.
we was listening to him. We was
I
really
was-
laughing,
I
going
showed
through it
him
like,
the
yo.
line where I was like, "Yo, son is wild." He was talking about just straight up talking to dude, shorty on the gram, like.
Yeah. But see, that's the stuff people want to hear.
Because I'm a fan too. So I listen to music.
Right. But you gotta still be a fan.
I listen, but I try not to listen to music too much because I don't want nothing to rub off on me.
Right.
But I try to listen so I know what to go. All right, he said this, he did that. Let me
Let me go around. Let me go this
Right.
way. Let me take the window, right? They taking the stairs.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Facts.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna pay the bills, and then we'll be right back with my co-host Dust Smittle
You
and my
already
guest,
know.
TDI Muzik. And let's get back into a few questions so we could get this going. How has the Bronx and the culture you grew up in influenced your sound and approach to music?
Oh man, it's the Bronx, big Bronx energy all over it, man. I think the Bronx influenced me, especially where I grew up, the Longwood Avenue section, the the Southview section.
We said we gonna get that button, right? We gonna get the button. And
Crazy, man. Yo, at the block, man. You know what? We're gonna go to the community board, switch the names.
that's right. That's right.
It's two pauses though. Oh, Wood.
Oh, that's
Anyway, shouts to the
Yeah,
Arabs. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just get past that one.
Yeah, especially where I grew up at Kelly, you know what I'm saying, Beck Street, Southern Boulevard, Fox Street, that's, Soundview. The Bronx period, bro, it definitely influenced the hip hop.
I told him
thing.
I lived up the block right here on Jackson.
Oh yeah, so you know the deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jackson, just salute to Jackson, man.
That's right.
Listen, I'm from Brooklyn. I lived in the Bronx too. My wife from the Bronx.
BK's, come on, man. BK's
No. It don't compare.
to the Bronx.
Nah, it don't compare.
You don't
It's a
think so?
BK's a
No.
bigger borough.
Yo, I seen a dude.
I think the Bronx and BK is equally like rough. It got that
I seen the-
exterior.
I seen the dude borrow a gun from somebody, and the dude was like, "Yo, what happened to my gun?" He said, "I started shooting at the guy, and he started screaming and chasing me, and I dropped the gun." Bronx is different, bro. The Bronx is different. Look, he looked.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That was on Stratford Ave.
Where? In the
Stratford Ave. Yeah.
Over here in the Bronx?
Yeah, Stratford.
Yeah,
Ave.
over there by the school.
What is that?
By
Bronx River,
Watson.
Bronx River Houses.
Oh yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Bronx River Houses. Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen some
But you
things
know,
over there. It was wild.
the thing about the Bronx, they always gonna get the credit for is the fact that it's the birthplace of hip hop.
Absolutely, and you know the one
Star
thing.
here.
Rest in peace, Big Pun, man.
Big
That's
pun.
right.
But one thing I
Star
want to say
here.
to you is they don't give Latinos in hip hop enough credit. Like some of the originators of hip hop were Spanish, and we cannot take that from no one.
I try not to have that debate with people.
It's not a debate; it's a
Right.
fact.
No,
That's
you're
not.
right. But I don't. I let people. I got a guy on my gram who be going hard. Latinos have nothing to do with hip hop.
What?
Going
beginning.
hard. I just.
Come on, there were
boy.
Spanish dudes on the
But see,
ultramagnetic. Like,
yeah,
come
but
on,
see,
bro.
that's what happens when you don't also know your history, right? So when you don't know your history about something, that's like somebody
A lot
talking
of
to
that
us
too.
basketball.
I'm not gonna say all of it because some people have their own beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of it is ignorance.
Because you don't know your history.
It's ignorance.
When you don't know the
Some
history
people
of
just
something,
don't like
you don't know
Spanish
where
folks.
stuff.
You know, a lot of it is a combination of. So I try not to go down that route because I don't want to get upset. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I-
but if you knew your history,
Well, all
what
I'm saying is
look at Crazy
I'm giving
Legs,
the
right?
Latino crowd
Oh yeah.
their flowers for the simple fact is I personally know like a lot of what comes out of hip hop or what came from hip hop, what came from the Bronx was Spanish.
Of course,
was
Shout out
absolutely.
to
You
Crazy
can't-
Legs, man.
I was
Shout
about
out to
to say, I
Crazy
met
Legs,
Crazy
like-
Legs.
My man be shooting for Crazy. I think he worked for Crazy Legs.
Like I met
Rest
Crazy
in,
Legs on a
rest,
few
rest in
occasions.
peace, Arnold Mad Dog. I went to go. Arnold Mad Dog created my logo, my business logo, the That's Fire with the Mic, and created my wife's logo, and he did my logo. And when I went to pick it up, he was with Crazy Legs at his crib.
That's dope.
That's
He
crazy.
was like, "Yo, this is Crazy Legs from." I was like, "Oh, boom," dapped him up. We chopped it up
Hip-hop.
for like 10 to 15 minutes. So, like I said, a lot of it is.
Yeah, but see, that's just ignorance. Like, I couldn't have those arguments, me personally, because
why I
I
don't do
know
it.
enough that I tell somebody like we might get into it.
That's why I don't
We
do
might
it.
get into some
I'm
hand
not-
action
yeah,
because
it's-
you got the beat nuts, right? I could keep going down the list of
Yo,
all the Latino
yo.
artists that made an impact in hip hop. So that's just a stupid
Yeah,
argument.
yeah. What's homeboy from the
Know what I'm
dancer
saying?
dude that passed away just earlier this year? I think last year.
I'm trying to think what you're
Not-
talking.
Who
Not-
you talking
not-
about?
Damn, man, I don't even want to pull out my phone.
You said from the dance group.
I think he was a dancer, bro. He was a Spanish guy, fat dude. He was a fat guy. He wasn't down with the Fat
Nigga
Boys.
think all fat people know each other.
He was down with the Fat. There was no Spanish guy on the Fat Boys, man.
Wasn't one of them? Yes, he was. Wasn't one of them a Latino or something like that?
On
Yes,
the
he
Fat
was.
Boys, right?
One of the Fat Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, bro.
Yes, he was.
I forget his
Yes,
name.
He was. You watched, they was on, I was a fan of B Street, so you gotta kind of know.
Yeah,
Like I said, you
B
have
Street.
to know your history. Like
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people,
I feel kind of bad. I remember.
you can't speak
Homie
about
name,
hip
What I'll
hop.
do is
and
when
leave those
I'm
things
post
out.
edit, I'll put his name up there once we get the name and everything. So let me get back to the questions because we went off. It's on topic, but we just went freestyle for a minute. So battle rap is an intense space. What has been the toughest battle and what did you take away from that experience?
I battled this kid, Earl Hayes. Let him rest in peace, man. Earl Hayes was, I think he was out of Detroit. Earl Hayes was super dangerous, bro, because every time I went to rap, he cut me off every 4 bars. So I was like seconds away from just punching him in his face, because I was young and I was aggravated. I was
Right.
annoyed.
Right.
And I said, yo, this guy's not letting me rap. And I started realizing, I said, yo, I'm really not fully prepared. I said, all right, I know what I'm gonna do. Every time he cut me off, I'm gonna stop. After 4 bars, I'm gonna stop. So I rap for 4 bars and I just look at him. Then I was already giving him the floor, like, yeah, I caught on to your game. So now while he's rapping these long verses, I'm already thinking of things to say. It's 4 bars, I can
Yeah,
freestyle
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So I just started freestyling. But I went home and wrote some of the hardest bars of my life because of him. So,
So he pushed you.
yep,
That's dope.
shouts to him, man.
Every battle you take something different away.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, like we grew up, especially in our hood, you go to South 3rd, go to South 9th, we grew up battling. Like everything was about. If you wasn't outside battling, nobody respected you.
Right. Yeah.
We don't care how nice you was. But the one thing I would say now is this battle era versus ours. I wouldn't battle in this era because it is so disrespectful. They be paying people to get info on you. They talk about your
But
family.
it's, you know what that is too? It's more of the detail, right? Because they make it more direct.
Yo,
See, when
it's
we battle, it
crazy.
was about who was the nicest.
Who had the better rhymes?
Yeah.
Who had the better rhymes. In this era, it's more detail.
Like, yo, listen, bro, the black boots, bro, you got those from my man.
They identify with the fact that they going right at you. Us was like, yo, who got the better pen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's not like that no more. So, like, you've worked with renowned producers and heat makers and alchemists. How do they help shape your sound and the outcome of your tracks?
I never worked with Alchemist. I rapped over some of his joints before. It's a boost, man. Like when you, just the other day I had Timberland hear my music on live, on IG Live.
That's crazy.
He was playing.
That's crazy.
And he loved my New York grittiness. He was like, yo, this is what you need to stick to right here. This is, where you from? I said, Bronx, New York. He said, I knew it, I could hear it. So I said,
Shout out
yeah,
to
so, but when you work with these super dope producers, they kind of bring this extra level out of you. Because now you want to show off. You don't want to, you get that Heatmakers beat, you get such and such.
Rapping regular.
Can't put out a rhyme you had in the stash. You got to.
You gotta step
So
it
when
up.
you give it to him, he's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely definitely like a level up. You know what I'm saying? They bring the best out of you. They make you push that pen.
What's your all-time producer that you would say, man, if my bucket list, I gotta work with this guy?
Timberland.
Timberland? That's crazy. And it's crazy because you that close now.
He didn't
right?
leave it. I ain't tell him that. He's my favorite producer. He don't know that. He don't. But
Oh, that's
Timberland,
crazy.
He gonna know. He gonna know after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't know now. Now you know Tim.
He gonna know now.
But yeah, Timberland. Timberland is just crazy. He just posted something the other day on Instagram. Yesterday. I heard it like 10 times, bro. Because he played it in the room. It's not like he posted it where you could download it. He's playing it and he's like, and I said, damn, I'll give everything up right now to rap on that.
It's so crazy because at a point, Timberland was so on his height, like he was at that level so crazy. And the funny thing was he don't have a signature sound, but you know his vibe.
Let me just give my man his flowers though. My favorite producer when I started rapping was the RZA.
Really?
I wanted to rap like RZA. I wanted to look like RZA. Every RZA beat, I will take it at the end of it and loop it.
I don't hear RZA too much in your style. That's crazy.
That's where I really started,
Yeah, the
originated
RZA?
from. Yeah,
Well,
bro.
he was
RZA,
one of the best
He was my
ever.
favorite rapper when I
Yeah.
first saw it. Everybody used to be like, yo, I used to buy albums because RZA was on it. That's how I bought a lot of Darkman album, a lot of Darkman. I think
Because
some-
yeah, that's right. A lot of people don't know about a lot of Dog.
Lot of
That's
Dog Man had
crazy.
the
He was
fire
nice too,
album.
yo. He was nice too, just like King Just.
King Just. I think they out of Staten Island, I think. Yeah.
Shout out to a lot of Dog.
I was a big Wu-Tang fan, still am.
I think everybody, out of all the Wu-Tang albums, my favorite album was
Purple
the
Tape.
Gravediggers,
Really.
Second one, first one or second one?
the first one.
Second one is my
Shout
favorite.
out to my bro Shabazz, the disciple. He was a part of the Gravediggers. We family.
Yo, Gravediggers.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Now, don't get me wrong. The Purple Tape was the Purple Tape. Like, come on. But a lot of people didn't pay attention to what the Gravediggers did. I think the Gravediggers was our 3-6 Mafia.
They was. No, they wasn't. They were like.
They
You
were.
think
Makes
they
sense.
were like you absolutely right. And remember, they hit at a time where everything was changing because RZA changed that.
RZA,
And
man, see? Go back to my man RZA.
if you think about something that RZA said on that album, he pretty much predicted the future of the COVID. I drug you up with the diseases of evil.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah, that's right. Well, even Wu period, just even when you listen to Wu-Tang Forever, if you go back and listen to a lot of the things they were saying, it kind of transpired in the industry.
Who would have
years
ever
later.
thought that the Jizza would be a teacher in college, teaching his album and his
Listen
music?
to
That
the
was
lip. First of all, I was about to
Jizz
say
is
his
fire.
album was one of my favorites.
Liquid Swords?
Liquid Swords. That was
Liquid
one of my
Swords was fire.
favorites. So
I
when
got
you
a
listen
joint
to their
called Wu
albums,
Music. I don't know if y'all heard Wu Music yet. I took like 6, 7 Wu-Tang beats and I did like a jacket for beats. So I'm
Yeah.
rapping and they all changing, all Wu-Tang beats.
I gotta hear that.
That's one of my favorite joints I did, right? 'Cause
Being
it-
that you
it's
mentioned
sentimental.
Jack and the Beats, I think the illest part of Jack and the Beats was when Joe Buttons took his beat back from Hove. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you remember that?
Yo, you know what's crazy? People don't give Buttons enough credit because, of course, at the time, Hov had the name, but Buttons stood up.
He was one of the illest rappers
Yeah,
of
he
all
stood up. He
time.
didn't really fold when Hov really, you know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
who raps, who's a lyricist, could say that they didn't listen to Mood music.
That's right.
Mood Music is
Yeah,
all of them.
fire, yep.
Every one of them
Yep.
was fire.
I was a Joe Buttons fan,
His
so-
mixtape, come on, 10 minutes. He did a 10-minute song about smoking a cigarette.
When they was doing them,
Think about
when
it.
they was
Yo.
making their rounds on Clue, him, Fab, Paul Kane,
Hitchcock
Stack
and Ransom.
Bundles, Hitchcock and Ransom, Joe Buttons was really going. So
Yeah, he
we
was.
can't
He
shout out
knew
to
he had to
Joe
hold
Buttons.
it down.
You know, he's one of them artists that he don't get enough credit neither.
I gotta ask this one question, because I always thought I was bugging. Is it me, or on that mixtape run, did Fabulous come out first as Fabulous Sport?
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he switched it to
Yeah,
just
to
Fabulous.
just Fabulous.
Cut the sport
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
Fabulous
Okay.
Sport.
He was
Yeah, that was like
Fabulous Sport.
9-6. Clue tapes. That was like Clue tapes right there. Damn.
Yeah. See, we taking y'all back. For yours out
Yes,
there,
yes. A lot of
we
these
giving y'all
guys
history
wasn't even
lesson.
born.
We
Bless.
giving
A
y'all
lot of these
history
guys
lesson.
wasn't even
Bless
born.
you. Bless you. We
all
giving
good.
y'all history lesson right now. We taking y'all back.
Excuse me.
So yeah, Fab was Fabulous Sport. Yep, he first came out on the Clue. Cause when I first heard him, I heard the live freestyle with him and Nori.
On the radio.
Yep, I heard that. I remember going home to record that. So that's how
That
far
was
I
my
was
dream to be on radio with Clue, Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong
Oh man, I missed it. I didn't make that era. I didn't get to make that era.
I didn't make it either because Stretch is no longer on radio. Stretch don't even do hip hop no
Nope.
more. Nah, Stretch don't. I'll be hitting him on the DM and I'll be
Yeah?
letting him know. I'll give him his flowers. I'm like, yo, Stretch, if you ever come
See,
back to hip hop.
see, the good thing about you is you current in this era, but you also come from the golden era.
Yeah, and
So
I
you
go
got the
back to
best
those
of-
guys.
that-
I be going
yeah,
back to those
yeah.
people that used to be on Stretch Show, and I be
Right.
hitting them up, and I find them on the gram. Yo, I used to listen to you, and I try to get music done with them. Like I don't.
Because that's where I first
I'm a
heard.
fan, bro.
I was about to say to you,
Cormega, the Nas's.
Oh, Cormega.
On Stretch
Word
Armstrong.
on the street is that a fofo couldn't stop Mega.
Yup.
He
Mega Queen.
I was gonna say to you that I forgot the DJ whose tag was this, but I paid to be on his mixtape. This is what you want?
Sycamore.
Sycamore.
DJ
I
Sycamore.
caught.
That
I
was
think
my
I
guy.
caught.
Shout
I,
out to
thi- I think
Sycamore.
I
We used to
caught like
play
one of
ball
the
together.
last
Is
of
that
his.
what you want?
I think I caught like one of the last of his mixtapes
Yeah?
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
happening?
I used to play ball.
I don't know.
Hope he
Used to play
good, man.
ball
Shout out
with
to
Sycamore. He used to,
Sycamore.
one
He
thing
used
about
to do a little
Sycamore,
Sycamore.
yeah,
Yeah.
I used to play records for him. One thing I liked about Sycamore, it's really my dude. We used to play ball in Brooklyn and all that. Over for Tillery.
Okay.
I used to run into him all the time. One thing about him, he was always honest. Like, yo, you know what? I like the beat, but you could have flowed like this.
I like people
So he
like
was
that, yeah.
one of them DJs that really gave you the game.
So he
You know
would
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
play your joint.
Yeah, like, but he would also say, I'll play it. I'll move you up on the tape if you do this.
Who's the DJ that you rock with right now?
I'm gonna say this, man. Now, this is coming from the heart. Shout out to cool DJ Red Alert, who made me feel like what I'm doing is correct. What I'm doing is right. The first DJ to ever put me on the radio.
Yes. First of all, shout out
Red
to
Alert.
cool DJ Red Alert.
Shout
That's
out.
look
Shout
who
out
you
to Red
shouted
Alert,
out. Like,
Period.
I
done-
heard the song too. It was
Look,
fire.
A lot of you don't know what it is to get told no 100 times, only to get told yes by the legend.
Right.
So
Like, I got you, right?
100 no's. Thank you.
Yep.
This right here, and I told Red Alert, I could stop rapping today, and I'm content.
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful.
I got you to play me on the radio.
I'm
That's a
stamped. He
fact.
said, "Yo, this is Red Alert stamp. This is Uncle Red stamp. Uncle Red approved."
And I heard the song what he did on the intro.
Yeah, nah, I gave
That's
Red a few
big.
joints, man.
That's a-
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
big-
But shouts to Spazzo too. Spazzo, you know, he do what he do in the city.
I
you know
met
what I'm saying?
Spazzo recently through my brother Nimrod.
Shouts to them, yeah.
So I just met him recently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break real quick, and then we're gonna start it back
Crash
off.
the industry.
We're gonna start it back off on how you got that intro from Busta on your song. So we're gonna be right back, and we're gonna crash the industry.
Sure.
How did you end up with that intro to your song by Busta Rhymes?
Legendary Busta Rhymes.
I had did I think it was a Czar. Dun, 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 dun. I did that. I did a freestyle to that. And I
Okay.
tagged him in it.
Okay.
And he, I didn't have a budget to get a feature or do anything. So he set the intro, you know what I'm saying? That was right around the time DMX passed away.
Damn.
So that was recent. That was like within the last
2021.
year. Damn, I thought Busta. I thought DMX died like 2022. It was 2021.
Yeah.
Towards the end of it though, right?
April.
That was the
April.
beginning then.
Because I was shooting a video to that in September by MSG. And I remember a few days later I went out to Miami. So yeah, 2021.
Damn, it's been that long.
Time flies, bro. Time.
And shout out to Busta too for showing love like
Busta's
that, right?
a legend, man. Busta's one of my
Yeah.
favorite guys, period. Like, I just love his longevity. I love what he stands for, you know what I'm saying? Busta's the dude. I used to go to school with I used to be in junior high school listening to Busta.
Facts.
Who would have thought we'd be grown men still listening to Busta? Right.
Well, you got to look at his perseverance. When he couldn't get out of his contract or anything, and they wouldn't let him put albums out or anything, he just kept doing singles and features. And he did that for so many years. What was that first album he dropped? Anarchy? Was that it?
Extension of Level Event?
Distinction level
No,
of
I think it was Anarchy, the one with the A on it.
Was that his first album? You might be right. We gotta go check the
I think
history books.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that. I think he dropped Anarchy before Extinction of Level Event.
Okay.
It was the album with the A on it.
Yeah.
So
Anarchy.
I
Could
think-
be.
But yo, shout out to you, Bus. I interviewed your boy Al, and eventually, hopefully, if I get a budget, I ain't got no budget. Just come on the show for free. Look, you ain't had a budget. I ain't got no budget.
For the culture.
Dude, so is an artist out here in the Bronx. Very briefly, my man Jude Brown, rest in peace. It used to be me, him. We used to all kind of be like rap with each other. Mice on. Shout out to Mice. That's my dog. And when he used to take me up to Def Jam, he was managed by Sylvia Rome and Mona Scott.
Oh.
Violated. This is when I was young. I was like 18. And I
Violated,
used to
yeah.
argue with Bus all the time.
Oh,
He used to be
that's
telling me,
dope.
so
It was
yeah.
just confirmed the debut album was The Coming in 1996. Pause. That was wild.
That was the
1995.
name of Busta album?
Yeah, The Coming. Look, everybody.
No wonder we
I
ain't
wouldn't even
remember,
said it.
right?
I'd have just been like, the name, yeah.
It was
Yeah, the
1996.
first
I would have
one,
just
right?
said, it's neither one of the ones y'all said.
Yeah,
Let's leave
yeah,
it at
just the
that.
first one, right? Yeah. Wow. I don't even remember that one. How many albums
I'm gonna
does
edit
he
this
have?
shit out. I'm not getting blackballed by fucking Busters.
Both got like what, like 8, 9 albums?
He did them fast too. But hold on. His last one, it took him almost 20 years or something like that.
Extension of Level Event 2?
He said it was like 20 years
Yeah.
in the making.
I think it was
Damn,
20 years
that's-
from the first one, probably.
From the first one,
yeah.
But yeah, he was dropping. Good work, good discography, good history, is legend.
You talking about a legend.
Yeah.
Busta.
Yeah,
So
Busta's-
many big records too.
How many
him
times
and
he
Janet.
outbarred people?
Him and
A lot.
Janet, big record. The record he did with Eminem. Did y'all ever hear the record Busta did with Eminem?
Nah.
It was like I think it's him and Eminem, and they did a record together. And I was like, yo, Busta was going crazy. It's like a new record.
I
Over
think
the last 2-3
always
years, I
said
think.
Busta was lyrically better.
He did 11 total
I
solo
always said
albums.
that. Me,
11
no
total
shade.
solo albums.
I just always.
I mean, listen, everybody has their
boss
preferences,
is
right?
boss, man. Don't.
Yo, every track he jumped on with somebody, he smoked it.
Yeah.
You don't play.
Even when he did the joint recently with Rick Ross, I was like, Bus don't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he rise to the occasion, him, Kodak Black. He like to do a
They
song
deliver.
with Kodak Black and it's still like at this level.
Yeah,
Busta
nah.
is
You
just
know how to
different.
adapt. You know how to apply
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Busta's
He's for the
different.
culture. That's why when you involved with the culture like the way he is, he know how to apply it
Right.
per artist. Like he
Right.
know how to
Yeah,
adjust.
Busta's just different. Shout out to Busta Bus, man.
Boss
That's
is
dope.
boss.
That's dope. Cause he could have been like, oh well, I'll charge this. He said, nah, I got you.
I remember that. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm famous. I started acting up.
That's how you
after
felt?
that.
That's
I
how you
was
felt?
acting up after that. What?
Yo, Bus gave me a drop.
Play it with me. I said that too.
What you?
I said that in the bar. No, I said
the
that.
BX came. I said, well, don't play with me.
Yeah, don't
play
What you started
you
charging?
heard who said my name, bro?
Yo.
Nah, he can't get a feature.
He said
Yeah,
yesterday's
you can't-
price is not today's price.
That's
Immediately.
right. That's right. Shout out to Bus, man. That was dope though.
That's dope, yeah. What happens is like I may know I'm interviewing you, but I don't want to listen to all your stuff too early because I'll forget it. So what I do, and this is something I started doing, is on the drive down. 'Cause I live upstate, On the drive down, I start listening to everything and it's fresh on my mind. So when I get here, I'm looking like, yo, you said this. And because I'm a lyricist, so bars
Stand out
to me. And it's like, it gets highlighted in my brain for some reason. It's like, I can see the words come out and I'm like, oh, this right here. Like, I was like, yo, you said some wow. And he was like.
That's 2013 what you was talking about.
I check everything. I don't just.
And it's crazy too, not to cut you off, it's just because he said it so fresh. Like, look, listen to what he said. And I'm like, you just heard this.
Yeah,
Him and
yeah.
Gage got that. One thing I
Yeah.
say is you and Gage got that. Y'all
Yeah.
catch stuff like
Gage
that
is-
very early.
My man Gage, man.
So what was the line again? The Red Sox?
Dissing me, he started, something because he started dissing on the Red Sox, turned it to a movie, so I left him in a red box. Yeah.
Like, and then the line before that, he was like, I typed it on her Instagram. I ain't trying to.
Yeah, damn, I don't remember that,
I ain't
man.
trying
That's
to-
so
we
We're gonna
old,
let him
bro.
perform that. He gonna perform in a minute, so stay tuned.
Nah, so look,
Check that.
looking back on your career, what was the defining moment when you knew that you had to take your artistry to the next level?
I don't think I've had that moment yet. I just know that the journey thus far has been good to me.
Okay.
That's
So,
good to say too.
Yeah, there hasn't been a moment because every time I go out there to do something, whether it is come on this dope show or perform on stage, it's another brick added to the wall. So I haven't had that moment yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just every moment to me counts. This is not
I
no.
gotta shake his hand.
No,
I said-
real life,
I
like-
said a brick a day.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I told
See,
people.
you was thinking what I was
when did
thinking.
it- when he did
Yeah,
it,
I don't
you-
tell you know it's because if
brick
it's
a day.
that moment, there was everything else.
Right.
Everything else is nothing. Like,
That's
nah,
right.
every moment counts. Whether it's a good moment, because they're not all good moments.
Right.
So sometimes we have bad moments where I'll be like, I'm never coming to this show again. But it's an experience. So yeah,
It all
but
matters. It all matters.
He didn't
Everything.
mean my show, y'all. He
Nah,
did
this is
not
it.
mean he mean my show.
let me tell you something. I like shows. When I like a good show like this, I like to spin back. So I might come back somewhere.
We definitely gotta have you back.
2025, yeah.
We know you still
We
do your
definitely
battle
going to get
thing
you back
heavy,
when we got the
right?
budget.
Yeah. No budget, man.
No, I'm just saying because that's the goal is. I don't like how everybody does. I don't like how they do artists. I don't like how a lot of people do artists. Oh, my platform lit. You got paid to get on it. I hate that. I would rather get a budget where I could be like, yeah, I know you took a couple months off, but you need to get back in. I'm still gonna pay you. Like that's where I want to get.
That's
I'm,
real.
I'm not there yet, but when I get there, you know, certain people, if you like inactive, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and it's been like a year, now you might have to talk to me nice. But
Yeah.
like,
Artists, get with them now. before the
Yesterday's
go up.
price. Yesterday's price.
Telling y'all,
is
it's how it
not
be.
today's price.
let me ask you a question. What was a moment throughout your whole career where you felt tried as an artist and a person, and you was like, I might need to take a break?
I haven't had that moment. Why? Because if I do, the minute, it's like if you're working 9 to 5, you get up on a Tuesday, you got to be to work at 9, you're up at 6 a.m. The minute you say to yourself, I don't feel like going in, you already start to think about 20 excuses to tell your boss not to go in. And guess what's going to happen? By 8 o'clock, you're already like, yeah, I don't feel good, I'm not coming in. So the minute you put that in your head, I've never had that, thank God, I've never had that moment of discouragement where, damn, this is not working for me. Damn, it's not happening.
That's
Because
good.
I chip away. And I done seen people that I've been in the music industry before, and I done seen them race right past me. But you know what I say? I'm not racing with nobody. If it worked out for them before me, kudos. You know what I'm saying?
When it's
But
your time, it's your time.
when it's my time, I'm blowing the doors down.
Right. Staying
It's gonna
humble
be,
till
yeah,
it's-
of
staying
course.
humble.
I don't never question God either. It's gonna happen on God's time, bro. So I have fun with it, man. But I'm gonna keep delivering.
Now you got a solid pause. You got a strong determination
Yeah.
to keep going. I almost said something wild. So I
I'd
didn't
be
even
like-
say it. I just was like pause.
It's crazy how quick you caught it though.
Yeah, you got to be on point now. Yo, so you're known for your sharp lyricism. What's your process when crafting a verse, and where do you find your inspiration when writing?
My inspiration usually comes from conversations. Like I'll be having a conversation with my brother Coleo Muzik. Shouts to Coleo Muzik. We speak on the phone about 3 times a day. And we have conversations about reality, about people, about why people act a certain way. And because we live a good life. We and him are on the phone, we don't talk no music. We'll talk 10% music, 90% is jokes.
Right.
We laughing, we just talking about how happy we are with life. So a lot of my gems that I drop, I don't do punchlines no more. I'm giving you gems. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it comes from conversations. It just comes from, I can have a conversation with y'all, and tonight I'm like, oh, he said this.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way because you caught something. They said something that sparked something.
Right,
Whether it's an
right.
idea or anything. That's dope.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you're a real artist, though. You know what I'm saying? Me and him go back and forth about this all the time. A lot of these cats get away from the artistry to do everything else. Sometimes just be yourself. Go in the studio and just be yourself.
I just said this to an artist the other day. I said, stop looking to find the new style and find yourself, because you already have he already has record labels interested in him, but the songs they like are him being him. Now he's out here trying to find the sound like another artist, and I'm like, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yep, absolutely.
Just be you, because they
Don't
already,
fix it if
they're
it's not
already,
broken.
if it's not broken, they're already like you.
Right.
I want to expand my style. Focus on what you're good at now,
Right.
and expand when you're on.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize being true to yourself is what gets you further. How do you feel about that?
Is the truth. Is the absolute truth. I'm gonna go back to the Timberland example. We played 3 songs. Vibe being the one I'm most confident with, because it's a party record.
I like that song.
Vibe. He hated it. He hated it. I was like,
this. I'm in the car like, yo, this is fire.
I was like, but thankfully, because I sent him 3 songs, he picks the order. So I'm thinking he was gonna play Vibe, Hot, and then No Favors at the end, because it's the hardcore record. It was the other way around. So he plays No Favors, the hardcore New York joint. He loved it. He plays Hot, and he's like, now you showing your age. You know nobody want to hear this old school-ish right here. And I'm like, yo, he's like, you see, if you should have took the beat, redid it into something today, blah, 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 blah. And I said, all right. And then when he heard Hot, Vibe, he cut it off. He said, what is this? He said, TDI, me and you walked in the club together and you performed this, they kicking both of us out. Don't nobody want to hear this from you, Unc. That's what he said. And did it offend me? No.
He was
'Cause
honest.
I went to Timberland for
Right.
his
Advice.
opinion.
Yep, that's
and
right.
he gave me that.
Honest opinion.
Right. Now, as far as the record Hot, that's the one Red Alert stamped. So what doesn't work for him will work somewhere else. So
but that's something I learned, that there is a lane for everything. So what he might listen to is not what I might listen to, or what your cameraman listen to. So you gotta understand, like, if this is what you do,
Right.
and you do these 3 types of music and you do these 3 styles, you gotta know, all right, this is for 25 and under, this is 25 to 35,
Right.
this is 35 to 45. You gotta know your age, your
everybody's not gonna
demographic.
like everything. Yeah. Everybody don't drink coffee. Some people get up and drink tea. Some people get up and drink water. Some people get up and drink soda. It's whatever, you know.
But the good thing is you well-rounded, right? Because you went to
Very.
Timberland with this, and he liked what he liked. Then you
Right.
went to Red Alert, and he stamped this.
Right.
So that's the perfect
I'm
thing.
gonna keep shooting it, whatever.
Right,
I'm
absolutely.
telling you, I think Vibe is a dope record. It's a
Right.
now record.
I wanna hear
and
it.
what
I
that
wanna hear
showed,
it.
what that showed though, is the LL effect. LL rapped through like 4 generations. Like he rapped
About everything.
for every
I'm gonna knock you
Decade.
out. I need love.
Right.
He went to war with cannabis. Went to war with Kumo D. He went.
He
and
had
he's-
something for every
He
occasion.
stood the test
Every-
of time.
yeah,
And he just dropped the
something
fire.
new.
Remember I Shot Ya, right?
Oh man,
man, he just dropped something
that's
new.
Showcase favorite joint. The Fat Joe. Who the f you think you talking to?
First of all of them, even down to Foxy, their verses was incredible on that.
nobody had a whack verse on there.
Nobody.
No, and it was the perfect order. So that's another thing I'm bringing back. Posse cuts. Nobody in New York is doing that.
I am.
You did say that. You did say that.
I was just about to say, yo,
That's
he
the record
just
you
was
talk
the first
about?
one to
Hold
tell
on,
me
and
about collabs.
So I'm not out of retirement, but I did send us a song, and
Yeah, he did.
and I smoked it.
Definitely did.
Oh, you on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you out of retirement, bro?
I'm,
You suit up with the jersey. You play it on TV.
You know what it is? He just we sparring. We just
not
sparring.
because he
Not
just
if he
dropped
put
the-
it out.
He just dropped the verse that was, you know what I mean?
All right, so hold on. It's you, him.
It's me, Gage, on the hook, and possibly him, and maybe somebody else.
It's a posse cut, bro, and you're gonna put it out.
I am.
That's it.
Me-
Welcome back.
me,
Welcome
Gage
back.
on the hook and TDI.
We could set that up.
Yeah.
We could set that up.
Let's go.
So I'm not gonna get into my last question, but I got a question I heard the other day. We was with Ray Daniels, and he said something to the crowd, and I thought this was a great question. What is your why? Why do you rap? What is it for? What's your why?
I just love this thing of ours, man. Like, I ask myself that a lot. Like, what am I doing? But then I say, but I like what I do. Like, there's not a time where, if I don't go to the studio for 2 weeks,
You don't feel
anxiety kicks in. No, I'm starting to like, damn, I'm slipping. Like, I gotta go do, even if I go rap on somebody else's beat, I gotta drop. I got a million freestyles. Just in case somebody say, yo, I got a camera, want to shoot a video? Pit, I got this freestyle, all right, let's shoot this. But I do this because I love it. Like, it's therapeutic to me. To sit there and write some of the hardest joints, and I just start biting. I'm like, ooh, I wish somebody tried it. Like, it brings that.
It's the sport of it, right? The sport.
The same way a boxer feel when you go in the gym and he hit
Yeah,
that punching
the
bag
sport.
and he speed bag, everything. It just feels good, literally.
It never goes away. I was just on a
No, I don't.
I was on an episode with somebody talking about it. Sometimes my wife would hear me. I'm in the shower rapping. Who you talking to? And I'm just like rapping to myself,
See?
coming up with bars.
Yeah, it just comes out
It's
like
hard.
that. Yeah,
it's
it
hard
is.
to let go of that. I'm retired.
Why did you stop? I like to ask people, why did they stop? Like, what happened?
Now let me get in the interviewer chair.
Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah.
The new
Let
host
us
here.
hear this.
What hap-
TDI.
what
Ask him again.
What happened was I felt like I needed a change. I was rapping my whole life from like the age of 13, 14. And I was getting older. And at that moment, I was focused on my career outside of it, where I was working and taking care of my family.
Right.
And the one thing I never did was stop writing. I just stopped going to the studio. I stopped being in the mix. I started focusing on myself as an adult. Because I felt like when I was rapping, I was holding on to my youth. And I needed to grow up. And I'm not saying that fits everybody. But when I was a rapper, I was wild.
Okay.
And when I say wild, I was wild. Like, Dust knows. Like, I was outside, I was in the mix of everything, and I was caught up in a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So I just said, for me to step away from everything, I had to leave the music alone too. So
It was no, it's funny you said that because I know we grew up with each other, but
Dope.
it's the stuff that was circled around us being artists at the time that kind of sometimes intervene. So you got to step away from all of it. Like, I was an artist signed
Refresh,
under,
like
I was signed to DJ Self for like I'm kind of still a DJ Self. I wouldn't say artist, but affiliate, because I came in like family. But as an artist, I was there for 4 years. And all the stuff that was going on in the street and all the stuff for me and my homies started to interfere with that.
Right.
And then you really think you know, but you don't know.
you can't focus.
You can't focus. It's not this. I tell people, you at the party, you flying out. It's cute. It's cool.
Right, right.
Until your real life start to kick in and you saying to
Takes a
yourself,
toll.
where I'm going to be in 5-10 years?
But
Right,
then
right,
you hear the boom, 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 open the doors, ATF.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, or whatever.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. But for me, like, rap was not what it was for them. I always tell him, to me, Gage is one of the most talented artists I've ever heard.
That's my
I've been
bro,
saying
man.
that when we was young. You know what I'm saying?
Gage's a
Just
good
as a
dude.
rapper,
Yeah.
I felt like my lifestyle is what kind of gravitated to me because they knew that he wasn't fronting. Like, he really is in the mix. He
Right,
really
right, right.
around
He's really
all this shit.
outside.
Yeah, and my voice was my strong point. More than the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? But it was definitely therapy. I was
all in the
losing my
delivery,
friends.
bro.
Yeah, I was losing my friends, you know, going through all the emotions of the streets. Like I said, we was running into each other's studios and I'm like, yo, what you into? I ain't seen you in 3 years. I'm thinking he locked up or, you know, where you been,
yeah.
bro? So it was a lot of that.
Yeah, I just came back from Cali, which was out there. It was with the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just,
I
yeah.
was
with
It
the
was
gang.
just, yeah, it was just so much of the other stuff. And then, you know, you step back and you start to realize, you know what?
Let me give y'all credit though, because y'all didn't just stop and fade away.
Right.
Y'all ain't just stop and now y'all outside on the corner, dressed fresh to death, pushing the pack. Y'all not doing that. Y'all,
Transition, right? Make a transition.
y'all just switch positions, pause. Gotta be saying pause in 2025. I don't even
Crash
want to
the
talk
industry. We gonna have a crash the industry pause button.
We gonna
Trust
get
me.
one. Yeah, yeah.
We gonna get one.
So real quick, what advice would you give to up and coming artists trying to break into the industry today, especially being a battle rap MC and a songwriter?
As cliche as this may sound, don't give up. Everybody's gonna tell you no. Everybody's gonna ignore you. Your biggest support is gonna come from strangers.
Absolutely.
It's not gonna come from homie on the third floor that you've been rocking with since third grade. It's not gonna come from that. It's gonna come from the people that don't know you, the people from the next borough, the people from the next city, state, country. That's where the support is gonna come from. It gets discouraging every day. Every day. I be wanting to choke somebody, but I'm like, this is the game we're in. But don't give up. Don't give up, and I promise you, you're gonna see results.
All right, before we get out of here, give them your Instagram, your IG,
My MySpace.
whatever you got going. Remember MySpace?
Oh, he was
Your
back.
AOL,
You
AIM,
took it back.
your AOL, AIM,
You took it back.
your Tiny Chat.
Yeah. AOL, the Messenger, TDI Muzik on Instagram, TDI Muzik, Instagram. That's where I'm really, and YouTube. You know, that's the main two things, man. I'm getting grown now. I don't want to do all the other stuff no more.
So for 2025, are we gonna get your version of the Chronic album or what?
The detox?
You gonna get your detox?
And we getting you gotta come on, man. Talk to the, you know.
I just feel like the industry is, the attention span is very microwavable. Like nobody want to sit there through a whole project anymore, unless it's an artist we already know. Like we're gonna sit through a Nas project.
I have to disagree with
A lot
you.
of people do.
I disagree.
So you know
I have
what?
to disagree
2025, I'm
with
gonna deliver.
It's that mindset is what they want you to believe, but you got to realize you're at an age range where not everybody that's on your wavelength has died. You still got a fan base, and people who are getting older don't want to listen to the same shit they was listening to.
Facts.
So you got people from 25 to 30 like, hold on, I can't keep listening to drill. Let me go over here. Now, there's nothing wrong with the drill, but sometimes you want to hear something with some substance. They might be going through something today, and TDI got that pain. Oh, I heard this. You know, so...
And no, you 100% right. I just want to elaborate more on that. And the fact that we can never X out good music.
Yeah,
That's a
facts.
fact. That's forever.
I don't care
2025,
how
I'ma
old
deliver.
you
I
are.
got to.
I don't care how old you are. For what they say, the age range, that's out the window. We know
We're
that.
the only genre that does that.
Yeah.
Oh, you too old to be
Yeah,
rapping.
exactly. Like you said, LL.
Neil
Still
Diamond,
putting out
Golf
hits,
Brooks,
you
we out
understand?
there
So, yeah,
60-something
exactly.
years old.
Still touring. Nobody could ever deny good music.
We can't deny good music, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into some live good music, and we're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna get into TDI's performance.
That's right.
And that is another episode of Crashing the Industry.
Ha! We here, baby.
Yeah. TDI Muzik. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what time it is.
ladies and gentlemen,
That's right.
welcome to the show. I am your host for this evening.
TDI Muzik.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to
Let's
go.
Yeah.
We doing what it do. Go against me, then you really wanna lose. I'm kicking that real noise, make the people wanna groove. On the dance floor, make the people wanna move. Get down, get it, don't stop. Do the Harlem Shake, hit 'em with the toe wop. Not shaking the building, we shaking the whole block. And keep making the noise till the speakers go bah. Pool party with the girls and we making it. Over to the hot tub and we kicking it. Don't talk crazy on the phone cause you making it. Me and the gang all summer and we keeping it. We up now, we don't care who next. You suckers play in the back, we ahead 2 steps. Don't be coming to talk about a damn blue check. I'm busy getting this money trying to get a new check. Get down, move it all around. Move that G-string, about to go to Pound Town. They coming for the throne cause they want my crown. Big Bronx energy, baby, that's my town. cooler with Madison live brim. So New York, no scuffing on my Timbs. Bet your last dollar, I bet you that I win. Say what you want, remember that I'm him. Switch your game plan, cause I enter the game. We different over here, we stepping with pain. Anything I touch, man, is never the same. TDI Muzik, remember the name. Ha! Big Bronx energy in the building. We gonna shake it up every time we move. Every time we move in the building, we gonna shake it up, you heard? We'll give him another one. Yeah.
Oh, man. Let me see them take this one.
I dared him.
TDI Muzik.
Looking for the real, then it's right here. Time to shine and the future looking bright clear. So New York, Yankee fitted in Nike ears. Had it jumping when I brought the vibe right on Times Square. They pack it up when they see us and we come around. Talk nice, ain't nothing for us to dump around. It gets better, order another round. This new version of the Bronx and make the whole city jump around. This year, making moves, get a lot of bread. It's cold in the city, make it hot instead. Outside with my 40 belows, feel like Tupac, but he was out here chasing Rodamez. Yeah, everybody can't flow. This shine is for the real, everybody can't glow. Salute Betty the Butcher, cause the homie said it best. This grind is for the real, everybody can't go. Shorty's over there, we ain't cuffing them. Think fat, can't lie, we loving them. Tell your man he a bozo, we bumping them. Step in his house of pain and we jumping them. Comfortable, it all feels right. This is what New York feels like. If you ain't like it then, you gon' love it now. Turn it up, make the whole city jump around. Gonna crash the industry with this one. You feel me? I come to a point where I gotta stop doing favors for people. It's no more favors. I know a lot of people feel this way too. You gotta stop doing favors.
It's no more favors.
Let me give you some advice though.
Don't ever let an amateur get you out of character.
Focus, remember this is yours.
Lay my body on the line. If you try to take what's mine, then I'm hoping that you ready. This is war.
I'ma tell you once, think twice on trying to take mine. Cause something comes with it, I give it, you got to take nine. I said it, fuck hearing it from the grapevine. My plug don't speak English, I'm getting it from the main line. Trapping since the days of the Motorola. Wipe my nose with my wrist, that's that coke aroma. I do it for me and the ones that wanna see me win. Real shit, I need an investor that's gonna see my pitch. Peep the switch, I don't care about the past. So don't ask me about none of them niggas that you don't see me with.
Rap niggas is funny, I won't even hype you.
Y'all posing in pictures with niggas who don't even like you. Niggas with no plans, y'all bland, no flavors, no pics, no verses. Don't ask me for no favors. Ask around, it's like the real niggas like me more. Underrated bully like Oakley back in 94. I get it, I see why they deny me more. I'm pushing these rappers like PJ Brown did Charlie Ward. Ask around, we the real nigga, you the lie. Nigga try crossing this line, he get crucified.
Never let an amateur get you out of character. Focus, remember this is yours.
Big facts.
Lay my body on the line. If you try to take what's mine,
We gonna
then
talk
I'm
to him the
hoping
right
that you
way.
ready. This is war.
I probably won't ever get the key to the city. Give me some time, I'll fuck around and move a key in the city. Ain't no money on your side, that's a dry zone. You got a better chance swallowing a pine cone. I ain't hard to find, nigga, come to my zone. A nigga say he looking for me, well then his eyes closed. My shooter name, never mind, he let it fly. Cause these niggas be 25 doing 25. I tell you something, I'm insane. These niggas be wondering what the fuck is on my brain. I got a shorty who be dropping off my packages. She said, fuck a Uber, man, I'm hopping on the train.
She a trooper, hoodie on.
And the work is tucked. Just a single shorty trying to earn a buck. We solid over here, it's no traders. I got it on my own, don't ask me for no favors.
Don't ever let an amateur get you out of character.
Focus, remember this is yours. Lay my body on the line. If you try to take what's mine, then I'm hoping that you ready. This is
war.
TDI Muzik is what we do.
That was fire. That was fire. That was
Shout
fire.
out to the homie TDI. That was crazy. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Get him to put that album
That's
out,
another episode of Crash the Industry, and he gonna be back when he drop his Detox album.
New York, New York, what's up, New York? Listen, We in New York, right?